Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And I bid a very good day. So today, we from Group 10 we will present about political ideology and system at Egypt and Turkey. So this is our group members. First, PKDT HARITH HAZIQ. Second, HARITH MIRZA. Third, AIMAN SYAHMI. Fourth, MOHD USAMAH. And fifth is PKDT IZZUDDIN. So, so for introduction, next. So what is ideology and political ideology and system? According to Cambridge Dictionary, ideology is a set of beliefs or principles, especially one on which a political system, party or organization is based. So, what about political ideology? Political ideology is a group of views held by a person, a group of people, or a certain social class that adhere to political theory and policy. Next, what is political system? Political system is the set of formal legal institutions that constitute a government or a state. This is the definition adopted by many studies of the legal or constitutional arrangements of advanced political order. More broadly defined, however, the term comprehends actual as well as prescribed forms of political behavior, not only the legal organization of the state, but also the reality of how the state functions.
Okay, as for my part, background of the relation between Egypt and Turkey. Okay, first of all, we need to know about the history back to the Ottoman Empire. That time we doesn't call it Turkey, or now it's known as Turkey. We doesn't call it as a Turkey, but we call it the Ottoman Empire. It's been known by the first how the relationship between Egypt and the Ottoman Empire when the Egypt seeks for the independence from the Ottoman Empire. It's been a coup d'etat in Ottoman Empire in a governor of Egypt by the name of I've been forget but by the name of the governor of the Turkey, and with his son, the army officer, has been revealed to not to be under the Ottoman Empire, and by that problem has became the biggest problem for the Ottoman Empire. The Ottoman Empire has seek the help from the British Empire to overcome the threats from the Egypt. And since from that, before the World War I, Egypt has been separated from the Ottoman Empire and it has become the Republic of the Egypt. And as we know, after the World War II, the fall of the Ottoman Empire, since that, the Ottoman Empire has become the Turkey, or we call it as a Republic of Turkey. And since that, there's a lot of tribunal and there's a lot of incidents that be happened since from the coup d'etat of the Egypt government, as long as the recall it the 1942 Egypt Revolution or coup d'etat 1942, because of the fall of the King Farouk, the king of Egypt. And since that, a lot of problems has been happened, like for example, how the government of Cairo and the government of Ankara has been fighting over and over because of the diplomatic, such as the case in the Cyprus Sea, because of the Egypt doesn't have a strong recommendation for the Turkey and have a strong call it a strong partner, because of they doesn't support the Ankara in the Cyprus case. because of that time, the Turkey and the Greece have a lot of complicated relationship and uh, have the military, it's called as a military background. And for the Ankara also, when this case happened, after the fall of the Ottoman Empire, Turkey under the administration of the Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, the first founder of the Republic of Turkey, after the fall of the Ottoman Empire, he doesn't look at the East, which means doesn't look at the Middle East country after the fall. Because of that time, all the Arab country has hopes that Turkey will be joining the Arab League back and to form a new Arab country, which means the new Arab League. But that time, Turkey, with his view, with his policy, is looking to the West, which means that time Turkey are mostly to be interested in European rather than in Arab in Middle East. So that time, a lot of implication has been happened there, and also Turkey was one and only Arab country that support the founding of the Israel. At time, all the Arab country has been met with the Turkey, and also at that time, Turkey was joining the NATO, National North Atlantic Treaty Organization, under the military organization, which means that's called as also impact to the Middle East because of they need new military power such as Turkey in their league, but Turkey doesn't look at as the good things, and they look at the West, and that time also has become something that quite intense for the Arab country. So a lot of political tension and conflict has been happened in that era until one of it also when Egypt has changed their point of view, their policy to look at the West also has become one of the political tension there. So that one's of the a little bit of history background between relationship of Egypt and Turkey. So we'll continue to the next slide.
Okay. Now I'm going to talk about ideologies and political system for both Turkey and Egypt. So Turkey and Egypt are two major countries in the Middle East and North Africa region, have different political ideologies and systems. While Turkey has predominantly secular and democratic political ideology and system, Egypt follow a more conservative and authoritarian political system. So we will take a closer look at political ideologies and systems in both countries and how they have evolved over time. So for political ideology in Turkey, where Turkey is primarily secular and democratic with a strong emphasis on individual freedoms and equality, this ideology has its roots and country's modernizing efforts, which began in the late 19th centuries and has been shaped by a series of significant political and social events throughout 20th century. The evolution of political ideology in Turkey has been marked by several key moments, including the formation of Turkish Republic in 1923, the adoption of new constitution in 1961, and the rise of Justice and Development Party (AKP) in 2002. So, the impact of the political ideology of political system and society in Turkey has been profound, leading to the establishment of democratic systems of the government, the protection of individual rights and freedoms, and the promotion of economic and social development. The country has been widely recognized as one of the most democratic countries in the region, and political system has served as model for other countries seeking established democratic systems. However, the political ideology in Turkey has also faced challenges and controversies, particularly in recent years, with increasing criticism of government authorization policies and restrictions on freedom of speech and assembly, and the suppression of opposition voices. Despite these challenges, the political ideology in Turkey continues to be a key factor in shaping country's political landscape and its future prospect. So what about its political system in Turkey? So the political system in Turkey is primarily democratic republic with a clear separation of powers between the legislative, executive, and judicial branches of government. The legislative branch is
composed of Grand National Assembly of Turkey, which is responsible for making laws and setting government policies. The executive branch is composed of the President and the Prime Minister, who are responsible for implementing and executing the laws and policies set by legislation. The judiciary is an independent branch of government responsible for interpreting law and ensuring that rights of citizens are protected. So the role of judiciary in the political system is crucial as it acts as a check and a balance on other branches of government and ensures the protection of individual rights and freedoms. The judiciary also responsible for resolving disputes between individuals, organization and government and for upholding the rule of law. Uh, The military in Turkey has traditionally played an important role in Turkish politics, serving as key institution in the country's modernization efforts and as a guardian of country's secular and democratic political system. The military has intervened several times in Turkish politics, and while it has traditionally has been stabilizing force, its role has become more controversial in recent years. As a result of increasing political polarization and polarization. Overall, the political system in Turkey is a complex and dynamic one, shaped by country's historical and cultural heritage, its political ideology and changing needs and aspiration of its citizens. So what about political ideology in Egypt? So when we look at Egypt, it's primarily secular and nationalist with a strong emphasis on stability and order. The evolution of political ideology in Egypt has been marked by several key moments, including 1952 revolution, the rise of Arab nationalism in the 1960s and 1970s, and the current political landscape dominated by authorization and suppression of political opposition. The impact of political ideology on political system and society in Egypt has been significant, leading to establishment and centralized authorization system of government, the suppression of political opposition, and the restriction of individual rights and freedoms. Despite these challenges, political ideology in Egypt continue to shape country political landscape and its future prospects. So, uh, what about its political system? The political system is a semi-presidential republic with a mixed predominantly presidential system. So the legislative branch is composed of the parliament, responsible for making laws and setting government policies. The executive branch is composed of the president and prime minister who are responsible for implementing and executing the laws and policies set by legislation. The judiciary and independent branch of government responsible for interpreting the law and ensuring the protection of individual rights. So the military plays significant role in the political system, serving as key institution of country's modernization efforts and guardian of country's stability and order. The military also has intervened several times in politics and has a strong influence on country's political landscape. So despite the presence of several branches of government, the political system in Egypt remain highly centralized and authoritarian with limited space for political opposition and restriction of individual rights and freedoms. Next, we will go over to the differences between Turkey and uh, Egypt.
Alright, so I will be explaining about the differences between ideologies in Turkey and Egypt. So, what is the similarities between ideologies in Turkey and Egypt? So, the similarities is both country has a strong emphasis on secularism. And for the differences, Turkey has a strong democratic system, while Egypt has a limited democratic system, which with a highly centralized and authoritarian political system. The second is the judiciary in Turkey has a strong role in protecting individual rights, while in Egypt the judiciary has limited influence. And last, the military in Turkey has a limited influence, while in Egypt, the military has a significant role in politics and often intervene in politics, such as what happened in coup d'etat in 2013. So these are the table that we create to show the differences. So as we mentioned earlier, secularism for Turkey and Egypt is both strong. Democratic value is also for Turkey is strong, while Egypt is limited, and for individual rights, for Turkey is emphasized and Egypt is restricted, as we all know. So for the political system between Turkey and Egypt, for the type of system, Turkey has using a parliamentary democratic republic, while Egypt using a semi-presidential republic. The separation of power in Turkey is clear, while Egypt is limited. Role of judiciary for Turkey is independent, protects individual right, while Egypt is independent and limited influence. For the role of military for both countries, as we mentioned earlier, once in Turkey, they have limited influence, while Egypt have significant influence. So we move.
Okay, we go to our last conclusion slide. So for the conclusion, the difference about Turkey and Egypt. In conclusion, the political ideologies and system in Turkey and Egypt are shaped by their historical and cultural heritage, political ideologies, and the changing needs and aspirations of their citizens. While both countries have a mix of secular and nationalist ideologies, they differ in the ways they implement their political systems and the roles of their branches of government, the judiciary and military. The impact of these political ideologies and system has been significant, affecting the stability and development of both countries. In Turkey, the political system is complex and dynamic, with a balance between the different branches of government, but with a controversial role played by the military. In Egypt, the political system is highly centralized and authoritarian, with limited space of political opposition and restrictions on individual rights and freedoms. Looking ahead, the future prospects for the political ideologies and systems in Turkey and Egypt are uncertain. The political landscape in both countries is subject to change and is influenced by a variety of internal and external factors. It is up to the citizens of these countries to decide what direction they want their political system to take and what values they want to uphold. So, that's all for us. Thank you.